We're in John chapter 19, and Jesus crucified. His blood is shed. There's a promise that's made in Genesis 3:15. The seed of the woman, when he comes, that he would crush the head of the serpent, and the serpent would bruise his heel. This is the death and resurrection of Jesus. The bruising of his heel means that the enemy for a time would assume that he has won, but he's really lost. Jesus' death and resurrection is the crushing of the head of evil, of sin, of corruption, of the devil. The original temple, which was the garden, the temple became corrupted because of evil. Adam and Eve gave in to the temptation to sin. Jesus, in this chapter, spills his blood and then says, "It is finished." Why? Because he has finished the original work. See, in Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 through 3, that God was doing a work and that he finished his work and he came to rest in his good creation. All of God's creation, the entire world is meant to be God's temple. It is finished in this chapter. What is finished? Well, the crushing of the head of the serpent, the renewing of all creation, which is supposed to be the temple of God. Now, those of us who follow Jesus and dwelt by the Spirit can now be the temple of God. We are the new temple movement. And in that, Jesus has finished the work that he said he and his Father have been doing the whole time. All of creation was made by him and through him and for him. So when it says in Genesis 2, 1 through 3, that God finished his work and then he came to rest, in this chapter, Jesus finishes the work of destroying evil and sin and renewing all of creation. In the very last verse of this chapter, it says, "And they laid him to rest in the tomb." And it creates a new creation, which is the renewal of the temple. God can dwell here with mankind forever.